We're back on Central Valley Talk. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Mike Scott. My next guest is Marlene Brice. Unity of Fresno is the name of their religious center. It's out near Shields and Fruit in Fresno. Marlene, how are you?
I'm super. Wonderful to be here.
Thank you for coming in today.
Anytime I can get a chance to talk about Unity of Fresno, call me.
All right. Well, I haven't heard of it before today, so fill me in. What do I need to know about Unity?
I'm going to start in a very academic way of what is Unity. So if you came to our church on Sunday morning, Celia Borez, our spiritual leader, would say, "Thank you for joining us here at Unity of Fresno. We're delighted you're here. We pray that you find the service meaningful and an encouragement to your life." So you would be greeted with an open arm. Gender, racial differences, none of that matters to us. The fact that we're all God's children and you're at Unity and we want you to feel welcome. That would be one of the first things we would want you to feel.
So Caitlyn Jenner would be welcome at your church?
Absolutely. Especially because because some people with certain social issues, they need the support of open-minded people like we are. Because there are some organizations that are closed-minded about people's preferences.
I know.
And I have something on mind your own business here, class I took.
Ooh.
And some people need to mind their own business, right?
Why are some Christians so closed-minded, do you think?
I have no idea.
Because God said, welcome everyone in.
Somehow that got lost in translation, didn't it? But
I'm glad you didn't lose it.
No, I'm glad I've stayed in a church that believed in the open-mindedness and that God looks at all of us as His children. And He expects us to treat people the same way.
Yes. It almost sounds like the Unitarians.
Similar? But let me read this to you and see if this will help. What is unity? Unity is a positive, practical, progressive approach to spirituality based on the teachings of Jesus and the affirmative power of prayer. Unity honors the universal truths in all religions, so we don't pick and choose. That's why we welcome you to say we don't care which religion you have that you're presently in or you have been in for 25 years. You're welcome to Unity to get a good taste of what we're about.
So Muslims, Buddhists could all be welcomed?
Buddhist was a speaker not too long ago, and we welcome that because that's the diversity that God believed in and respects each individual's right to choose a spiritual path. Of course, we hope we choose our church, our center.
But it's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement. Unity teaches that each person is a unique expression of God, created with sacred worth, living from that awareness, and transforms our life and our world. Now, that's open-endedness. That doesn't shut out whatever your social problems, your social gender problems are, that doesn't shut anybody out. And that's why we open the doors with a welcome to anyone who wants to be accepted for who and what they are. Come to Unity and see if we have something to offer you.
So you're not affiliated with Presbyterian, Lutheran, any denomination?
Unity's ministers are educated in Missouri, and so they have their own, the technical academic part of they are trained a certain way in the Unity's principles. And speaking of those principles, we have what we call here, Mike, the 5 principles.
She came prepared today.
5 principles.
The 5 principles.
And in essence, each author or person who's interpreting these, they can interpret them the way they want. But Ellen Davenport decided to say it this way: God is all there is everywhere.
That's number 1.
Number 2, we are God in human form, expressing the divine. Our thoughts have creative power. Prayer and meditation focus our thoughts and feelings. We demonstrate these laws in every facet of our lives. And so this is, if you want to say, part of the biblical, part of some other person might have a Bible up here. This is where our laws and our reasonings and our Christ interpretations can come from this. We can create it from this. So we have our own biblical authors that put things together for us to be the open-minded church that we are, or the open-minded center that we are. The other class that I'm taking right now, the title of the book is Catherine Ponders posse. That's what we're calling ourselves. Let's quote it exactly. Ponders Prosperity Power Posse.
Ooh, say that fast 4 times.
Okay, Ponders Prosperity Power Posse.
She can do it.
And this is the text that we're using.
The dynamic laws of
The
prosperity.
dynamic laws. And so naturally, if she might interpret the 5 principles in just a little bit different language, but they all mean the same. And so right now we are studying prosperity and what that means to us. And we need to be concerned with prosperity. The dynamic laws of prosperity is God, man, and prosperity are divinely related. And we get so busy, as this is said, mind your own business. We get so busy minding other people's business. And what Davenport says is that some of us become obsessed with other people, most fiercely those we claim to love. We want to fix them, change them, heal them, set them straight, and get them into a spiritual path, preferably our spiritual path. Do you know, Mike, how hard it is? I'm a mother of 2 biological children, but I have grandchildren. And do you know how hard it is not to mind their business? And how hard it is for them to keep me out of their business?
Well, you want them to be a success.
Yes.
You want them to be prosperous.
But I want them to be my kind of success, right? I want them to be what I think they should be. But this tells me, step back.
They have to find their own road.
They have to find their own road. And so this is why I enjoy the interaction of the classes that I take. But the Ponders Prosperity Power Posse, we're on the move, and we're going to make some differences in our thinking.
So what are your services like? Is it a typical church service?
It's a typical church service as far as we have the speaker and a spiritual leader and who greets us, and then we have the regular routine of you go through your meditation and quiet time, and then a presentation of a particular topic, and it could be a wide variety of subjects.
You
For
came
instance,
prepared today.
I better. You want Celia to call me in and give me an academic determination. Celia Borres, that's our spiritual leader. And here's one with Barney Kaufman. And passion, that was what passion innate or learned. Speaker Celia, walk the talk. Walk it. You can talk all you want to talk, but if you don't get up every Sunday morning
right.
or Saturday morning if there's a workshop, if you don't get up and walk it, you're just talking. Speaker Celia, the power of being human. But we have other speakers that she lines up to come in and speak on specific topics.
Right.
And so we have an ongoing a bounty of people. But we also, Mike, I'm very interested in sharing with you, we also have other activities. We have a music program. Now, I am the activities coordinator, so I'm not particularly in charge of everything, but we have strengths in our church that I think they're worth mentioning, because I want you to know that we have Debbie Marsoff. She does the music and the choir. She also does yoga, Tuesdays and Thursdays, meditation. And these are things that are important for the total person. So it's a program that she brings to the church. These aren't necessarily members, but wouldn't it be wonderful if we got a member or 2 out of there?
Absolutely.
And we may have.
You may have.
And I just didn't, I wasn't there to see that. But that's what it's all about. It's all about that mind your own business and pull people in with you who are learning to mind their own business and their businesses to grow stronger in meditation and yoga. So that kind of thing. Did I say it right? Yoga.
You did.
Yeah, I think I'm eating it.
So what time are your services?
Our services, basically, I'll say 10:15 until 10:30, 11, about 11:30. But we have music. We have the, Mike, God is good. Look at there. Look, God just stepped up there and said, order of service. We had a reading, welcome and opening, congregational song, greeting, and in friendship. That's where we get up and go around the church and hug everybody.
Yeah.
We love that. Announcements, daily word reading, and then Debbie and music. meditation, quiet time, quiet us all down, and then we have a speaker. Because you want everyone to relax and then get ready to go into that mood of listening and learning. And then we have some more music, and then we have an offering that has preliminary things that we say about that God has graced us with the prosperity to be able to contribute to our church. And then a prayer of protection, a peace song in which we all hold hands. And so we just have a wonderful family feeling, touchy, we're not just running in and passing each other by. And then, as the activities director, one of the things, and two other ladies, Mert and Flo, and another young man, we open up the snack, the place where we have the social hall.
After the service.
Yes, every Sunday there's something to eat. Birthday Sunday, snack Sunday. Oh, and of course on the most important is Youth Sunday, because they get their own funds when we go in to get their snack. We are asked, and I believe in that strongly, to put some money in their jar.
Sure.
Because they have something called the Western Regional Officers. Then the kids go to camp to be a part of the total Central Regional, and so they need money for that, and so they raise funds, and we get those snacks, and everybody's happy. But let me show you something beautiful.
All right.
How much? I don't know how much time I have, but
Almost out of time.
okay. Okay. Two quick things. Let me mention that we have an outreach program. That's Spirit of Woman, WOMAN,
Okay.
which is some women that are not in their homes. Some of them have their children, and we as a church give some donations, and so that's very important for you.
Spirit of Woman.
The Spirit of Woman is our outreach. But this is beautiful right here. At church Sunday, I told Kelsey, I said, Kelsey, I'm going to be on a talk show, and I want to say something about the youth. This is Youth of Unity. And so she's a Central Regional Officer. And so I said, write me down something so I'll know what am I going to. She wrote, my name is Kelsey Vink. And so I said, and I truly enjoy being part of Unity and all of the wonderful and spiritual experiences I encounter. So I said to Kelsey, well, Kelsey, how long have you been a member of Unity? She said, before I was born. Is that beautiful?
That is.
So, Mommy sat there, and little Kelsey was hearing all that good stuff before she was born, and she's 19 years old, and she's a sophomore in college.
Well, say hello
That's
to her.
part of
folks.
youth. YOU. At
Unity of Fresno.
Absolutely.
Near Shields and Fruit.
Yes.
Do you have a website?
Yes, I don't have it with me here, but
Just Google Unity of Fresno. I'm
Yes.
sure it'll pop
Yes.
up. And again, the services are Sunday morning at 10:15.
yes,
All right.
meditation time, and we welcome everyone who wants to take a listen to what God meant for us to do is take care of each other as a community.
Marlene, thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome. Thank
Marlene
you.
Brice from Unity of Fresno here on Central Valley Talk.